As a watch dealer, I'm lucky enough to get a huge array of watches passed through my hands, from entry level to some crazy pieces. But every now and again, a certain watch will land on my desk that stops me in my tracks. It's not always necessarily the most expensive watch, but it is usually the one that stays in my memories the longest. Today, the watch I will be showing you is exactly that watch for me. It's an all-original 1967 Seiko 62 MAS or 62 MAS. The reference is a 6217-8001. For those of you who know and understand why the 62 MAS is so important to Seiko and probably the vintage Seiko people desire, you will understand why this example right here is just so special. With vintage, condition and originality is everything. This has both of those to the extreme. I feel safe in saying this is probably one of the absolute best examples for sale in the world right now, if not the best. Let us begin with the history of the Seiko 62 MAS, which was first introduced in 1965. The MAS stands for Automatic Selfdater, as the movement inside here, the caliber 6217, is both automatic and features a date. The watch boasted a water resistance of 150 meters, which for the 60s was certainly impressive. Atop the case is a black aluminium bi-directional rotating bezel, friction fit with no clicks. A 3 o'clock is a large Seiko signed crown, which does not screw down. We'll move on to some of the differences of the 6217-8001 and the 6217-8000 later. A heavily domed acrylic crystal sits atop the case, and these crystals are incredibly hard to find original. So lucky for us, the watch has an original, but also we have a spare. The case is made of stainless steel and is 37mm by 46mm, almost tonneau in its shape. We're super lucky to have an example this crisp and clean, as we can see in close detail the factory finishing of how the watch should look. The watch comes in at 14mm thick. Most of that thickness is coming from the domed acrylic crystal on top of the case and also the bubble case back to house the automatic rotor. 18mm lugs are present, with drilled lug holes making strap changes a breeze. Currently the watch is fitted on a period correct genuine Swiss Tropic rubber strap. The dimensions in my opinion are perfect, and you can see here the watch rested on my 6 3/4 inch wrist. The 62 MAS covers two references. The first was the 6217-8000 that they made for 2 production months in April till May 1965. This makes it incredibly rare, but surprisingly it's actually the less desirable Seiko 62 MAS. This reference is essentially the same watch, but with a few differences, one being a smaller crown and less pronounced engraving on the caseback. The watch then adapted to the reference we have here, the 6217-8001. This was produced for only 3 years total, from 1965 to 1968. Not a huge amount were believed to have been made. Plus these watches were sold as true tool watches of the time. Divers would actually wear these and use them for their intended purposes. This means that most examples that come up on the market are quite heavily worn and often feature replacement parts. This is quite understandable due to the age and wear a lot of these vintage timepieces would have had. As you've no doubt seen by now, this example I've here today is stupendous. The original sticker is still visible on the caseback. The original finish to the case, the sharp edges, the knurling of the crown and bezel, the dial, the handset. It is a true dream for any serious Seiko collector out there. And I am thrilled to announce that this beautiful Seiko 62 MAS is available to purchase right now on kibblewatches.co.uk. Now, some of you may ask, is it an expensive example? You're damn right it is. I mean, this example demands it. I challenge you to find a better one. Be sure to go over to kibblewatches.co.uk and check out this awesome timepiece if it hasn't sold already. View the images, read the description, and most importantly, let us know down in the comments of this video what you personally think. Thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Take care.